just when I thought I was gonna make it home in a decent time, I'm sitting in traffic. But as I say that, I can see flashing lights probably half a mile to a mile up the road here. Coming through Richmond, I had a fire truck, 2 fire trucks, and a handful of police cars fly by us on the shoulder, and it's been stopped since. So I don't know. I'm gonna make it home at a decent time still. I'll probably be home before 5, but I was hoping to be home by 3. But it's okay. Actually taking a couple days of work off after this. And I say that all the time, but I actually mean this one. I gotta deliver this car tomorrow that's in the trailer. She flies in tonight back to Pennsylvania. So she'll be home late tonight. So she said anytime tomorrow to just bring it by. So I'll probably do it. Hopefully just get it done in the morning. They're expecting a pretty bad storm Sunday into Monday. Like thunderstorms in December in Maryland. And like real high winds. So I don't know what that's all about, but I plan on taking, I need to get caught up on some stuff. I need to get caught up on a bunch of paperwork for a brokerage for me, and get a lot of things organized, year-end type stuff. What else do I need to do? I'm going to paint the inside of this enclosed. I got it washed, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It does have some pitting from salt, and you only see it because it's a black trailer. You wouldn't see it on a white trailer. So that's fine. It is what it is. I think I'm going to spray the inside of the trailer with a paint sprayer instead of trying to roll it. So I'm going to do the walls and the floor and something maybe to protect it. I don't know if it's going to have any like grit or anything in the floor. I'm not sure. I had talked to my dad about what he used he painted the inside of my small enclosed, and it turned out really, really well. But I need to probably go to Lowe's and tell them, hey, this is what I'm using it for, and I'm going to use a sprayer. Here are the specs for the sprayer. What type of paint should I get, or whatnot. It's going on wood. So they should know. Hopefully somebody there knows what they're talking about. And I gotta finish fixing those lights on this trailer that are messed up. I'm sure it's a ground issue somewhere, because I don't have half the trailer running lights. I feel like I had something else to say, but I was talking about taking a couple days off, catching up on stuff. Gonna get the heater put in the bed of this thing, the diesel heater for the cab of this at night, so I don't have to idle, which is crazy. I had to idle the other night. Well, I probably didn't have to idle the other night in Florida, but it was cold, and I was so tired. It was late. It was like it was almost 1 o'clock, so I just let the truck run, knowing that by the time the sun came up, I was going to be up anyways. What's a couple hours? Other than that, I think that's about it. I'm tossing around the idea of a couple things, of kind of filling in the gaps of work, not taking so much long distance stuff, running it through the brokerage unless it's one of my like good customers, because I've just been I'm trying to get some more time at home, some more quality time at home, and I'm tossing around the idea of what would be to fill in the gaps would be getting a rollback, and only because just these in-op opportunities. There's a lot of Oh shoot, here comes the rollback. Speaking of rollbacks. I guess he's trying to go through to get the car off the road or whatever. God, that's annoying. But getting a rollback, filling in those gaps, and there's a lot, that's what I was saying, there's a lot of in-ops moving from repossession yards and things like that. And loading them, you know, on my trailer is fine and easy and dandy and all, but what happens when you don't have the tilt function? You know, so buy a rollback, or do I buy a tilt trailer? I don't know. That's just been something I've been tossing around the idea of, because there is a lot. But I've been talking to my buddy Adam, who hauls cars. You know, I mention him all the time. And so a lot of the stuff that has been going, that used to go through Ready Logistics, which was awesome because you get paid next day. You don't have to wait on your money. Although Ready Logistics has kind of been falling apart as far as every time you show up somewhere, cars are already gone, or there's an issue, someone can't find the keys, they can't find the car, whatever it may be. They still, if you did get the haul completed, you're getting paid next day. Now, a lot of that stuff has been transferred over to, and he told me the logistics of who bought who or who sold what. And a lot of the logistics is now being handled by RPM Freight, which they don't pay for 30 to 45 days. I'm not going to wait 30 to 45 days to be paid on something as far as a single car. That's just ridiculous. It's stupid for cash flow reasons, because some of these, and I had been on the phone with which is weird they haven't called me back yet. I'd been on the phone with a company about moving in an op, and it's like quick pay, and that's fine because I can move. She's like, I got this one, and it was like $560 for 40 miles. It's going from a shop to a shop. She's like, I've got a couple other of these in the area if you want them after this one. After you do this one, I'll send them over to you. So if I can do 3 in a day at, you know, at $1,500 for the day, very little mileage, it's like, why would I not do that on my days home? You know, if there's enough demand, why run the road spending more in fuel, especially nowadays with rates being so low? Why not take advantage of stuff like that to still, you know, keep the transport side rolling? I don't know. I'm rambling because I'm bored, and I'm trying to keep my mind off of being frustrated because of the traffic. So I'm going to get through this. I'm probably a quarter mile away now, and continue home. Well, definitely wasn't expecting to walk out to this morning. Huh. I would have hooked the trailer up and everything. They were calling for a dusting after about 3 inches of rain, and that's a little more than a dusting. She's a little cold this morning. Uh-oh. That ain't good. Oh, girl was not happy this morning. Get some of the snow to blow off of it. Get some work done today. Alright, well, we are looking for... This might be it here. We're looking for a Econo line that may not run. What company is this? Something Blinds? I don't think it's those. Those are all Chevys. It's a bit like a I don't know what you'd call this, like a business center. At least there's some kind of room back here. Guy told me just to call him when I'm on site, but I don't see. Unless it's these that are, there's a gate there. The sun is brutal. Unless it's in the gate, which it might be. Which is, no, they got a couple other businesses back there in the gate. I'm gonna call them and see if it might be back there. I can't see right this second. I can always walk over there and look. But I talked to the guy yesterday, which is Sunday, which was really nice. I sent him an email, just seeing if I'd be able to pick it up. And he said that was fine, and he gave me his cell phone number. I just gotta find. There we go. Let's call him and see if he's around here. All right, so I'm in the right place. He said come. It's in that gate that I said I saw, but there's an automatic gate on the other side of the building, not the manual gate. So now I got to figure out how to get turned around here, which I should be okay to swing a type of a U-turn here. But we'll see. It's going to be tight. It is going to be tight. Shoot this way. We don't have anything on the trailer, so it's not that big a deal, and the pavement's wet, so. Alright, he wants us to go around the building. He said there's an automatic gate, and he's just gonna hit the gate and let me in. So, see if we can't find that. Oh. See if that starts. This thing might not run at all. I got jumper cables too. See what happened. Clicked off. It might have just killed the jump box. I left it out in the cold, so the jump box might be dead. I got jumper cables. Let me pull my truck up here. If not, it's in a good enough spot to where I can winch it if I need to. But he said pretty sure, but it's been sitting, so. Pretty sure, yeah, I got jumper cables back here. Baby, that's a win. They said I'd have to self-load this thing, so it's got this some kind of ignition box or something. You got to have this key in it and then start it. So that's good news. Just want to make sure it stays running when I take the jumper cables off. That's a win. Get this thing, charge this while we're driving. forgot to take it in the house. I always like to take these in the house so the batteries are good. Cold weather really takes a beating on anything, especially like my jump box, my impact. I got grease all over me. Yeah, it's flashing 0%. Alright, let's move this. Let's move this real quick. Try to stay out of the way of some sort. Well, snow still left on the deck. This thing ain't a bad unit. As long as the transmission, we'll move forward enough. Alright, so I gotta do. Sorry for the beeping. I've got a couple things to maneuver this around. Snow will be gone by the time we get to the next spot. I need to leave enough room for a truck bed. I think it's a 6 or 8 foot truck bed. And then I got to put a transit van behind this. So the transit van is we're gonna have to leave the ramps. Oh, I didn't see this thing's got a lift gate on it. Huh. We're gonna be tight for room. That's for sure. I could always put the bed on the back. I guess we just pull this up some and then I can move my tires and my winch and everything for the bed. I think it's only a 6 foot truck bed. So, you gotta figure. Maybe to this one should be enough room for me. It's a small pickup bed. I'll pull this thing up to here. Alright, that's gonna do for now. We'll take this up like this and we'll figure the rest out. Alright, I can sit like that. Can start it with the jump box, it'll be charged. That'll work.
In 3/4 of a mile.
Alrighty. Let's get in here to the local Sun Belt. And there should be a van in here for me to pick up. A little transit van. But of course, I don't see it right this second, but I might have it hiding somewhere. park up here and run into the office and see what they got. Man, there is nothing I love more than getting yelled at for trying to pick something up. So I'm at a Sunbelt, and I told the guy what I was here to pick up. He's like, well, we need 24-hour notice. I'm like, well, it doesn't say that on the paperwork. I said, I apologize. I'm here. Do I need to come back? What do you need me to do? He's like, well, I shouldn't give it to you, but I'm feeling nice. I'll give a car to you. I was like, okay. So, like, on the other release for the van I picked up, it says must have 24-hour notice. That's why I reached out to the guy on Sunday and said, hey, if it's possible to pick this up on Monday, please let me know. Which I was going to wait till, I didn't think I'd hear from him till Monday. And if he said, yeah, fine. If he said no, then it is what it is. But he said, no, that's fine. Just call me when you get here. On this one, all in the release form, all it says is, you must have proper PPE. You must have steel-toe boots and fluorescent vest. That's why I wore the sweatshirt today. And I was like, it doesn't say anything about 24-hour here. And I said, I apologize. So then he prints it out. He goes, I don't know why they took that out of there. I said, I was just going off the paperwork. So they didn't even have, like, all they had to do was take the tags off of this thing. So it's not like it was a ton of work. But anyway, so I'm going to load this thing up now and hopefully see how much room I got, and hopefully we can go pick up that truck bed real quick and be done for the day. Well, that was one of the weirdest, quickest DOT interactions I've ever had. So earlier this morning, probably about, I don't know, 9, 10 o'clock, probably about 9 o'clock or so, my wife said, hey, she was out in town. She said DOT's out everywhere. She saw 5 trucks pulled over within like a 2 or 3 mile stretch by our house. And I was like, all right, thanks. I was like, I don't know what kind of enforcement they're doing. I didn't, there's no blitz, or it snowed last night and it's like it was really sloppy this morning. So I'm surprised they were out doing it, because like the shoulders were all still slush around here, which is, was kind of dangerous if you've got somebody pulled over on the side of the road and a car hits that slush and it pulls them that way. So that's kind of why I was like, okay, well, I don't have to go in that little stretch. So anyways, so I go about my business. I'm headed out to pick up a truck bed right now, and I had stopped at a gas station, got a drink, and pulled out of there, and it goes from 2 lanes down to 1 in this little stretch, and everybody starts to try to fly by everybody. It gets real messy. So I look in my mirror and I see a cop coming up, and I thought he was trying to pass me at first, but then I saw he had his lights on and kind of got in behind me. So probably about a quarter mile up, there's no shoulder right there. So a quarter mile up, I just turned to my right turn signal, and about a quarter mile up, there's a business park. So I just had my turn signal on and creeped up there and turned in. He came up and said his name and his badge number and all that, and I was like, here we go. And he's like, I think you might have a low tire on your trailer. But as he was walking up, he was touching all my straps to make sure everything was tight, I guess. And he had a little trainee with him. I was like, here we go, gonna make an example. And he was like, I think you might have a tire a little low on your trailer. And he says it's the right front one. He said it's the right front. And I was like, I said, I'll check it, but I don't know if that one's actually low, because it looks low, or because it's a 10-ply tire still and not a 14. He's like, oh, okay, well, if you don't mind checking it for me. I was like, yeah, I got an air compressor in my truck. I'll get it out and check it real quick. And he had a tire pressure gauge on him, so he checked it real quick. He's like, oh, you're right, it's a little low, but nothing that I'd be concerned about. I was like, well, I'll get my compressor out and top it off. He's like, all right, if you don't mind, just go down to that parking lot down there and get that taken care of. And I was like, that's it? He's like, yeah, all right, have a nice day. was like, okay. He didn't even take my license or registration or anything, and just kind of tell me to check that tire. And I guess maybe when he saw that it wasn't actually low and all my straps were tight, kind of gave me a once over, I guess, as he's walking up. Didn't see anything that he was really concerned about. Didn't bother and just let me go. Well, it's windier than shit out here, but we are fully loaded. Ford truck bed, little space there, transit van, little space there, and little space there. This is all headed to Western Maryland and West Virginia, all along the same route.